However, it doesn't matter what variation of a single leg you do, they all involve the same thing. You want to pick up a leg, you want to keep your head to the inside, don't let it float on the outside or you'll get guillotined, okay? And then you want to put him down. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Professor Tom Davey. This is Matt Rice. We're going to have a look today at our top 4 ways to go from our feet to the floor. We spend a lot of time resting on the floor in BJJ, so let's make sure we can get there. Now this video isn't about diving deep. This is a broad view of these 4 techniques. We've got videos on YouTube. There's plenty of amazing judo and wrestling coaches with techniques on YouTube too. You guys can learn from and dial down on, but don't forget, the real progress will happen on the mats with you practicing these. So number 1, you've probably guessed it already, we're gonna have a look at our double leg takedown. So for our double leg takedown, guys, millions of different variations, gi and no gi and entrances. I'm gonna show you some of my favorites. So anytime I'm grappling with my buddy, anytime I can touch his body, I have access to his legs, okay? I don't like to just shoot for the legs, especially in the gi where they can put their hands out. So I usually like to have some sort of upper body attack that comes first. Usually for me here, I'll look at getting him into an arm drag situation and then coming in for my double leg. Okay, there's lots of different ways to finish the double leg, guys, but at the end of the day, they involve a level change, a penetration step, and then a completion phase. So that's our double leg. You gotta have a good double leg, guys, because you're gonna have a lot of guys and girls shooting double legs on you, so you need to know the game. Once we go from a double leg, we start getting into our single legs, okay? So for our single leg here, I might be with Matt here, I might pull him towards me and come down and I get my single leg, okay? From this single leg, guys, in jiu-jitsu, we can make it a lot better by coming under here and doing things like this. And now when I do take Matt down, I'm in a leg drag position and I'm ready to win this match, okay? However, it doesn't matter what variation of a single leg you do, they all involve the same thing. You want to pick up a leg, you want to keep your head to the inside, don't let it float on the outside or you'll get guillotined, okay? And then you want to put him down. The old-fashioned way is just running the pipe and putting him down straight. However, these days in jiu-jitsu, a lot of people like to finish differently because our good job isn't to get the guy down, it's to get him down, then do evil things to him. So we can kind of wrestle in slightly different ways as well. Now we take off our wrestling hat and we put on our judo hat, okay? So in judo, there's lots of different ways to throw. They are normally split into 2. I have leg throws on mat where I could step in and throw with my leg, okay? Like an uchimata. And then I also have hip throws where I step in and throw with my hip. Now, ultimately, you are going to have great throws no matter what you practice. Lankier guys will prefer more foot-oriented attacks. Shorter, stockier athletes will prefer more hip-oriented attacks. But one that you can't not have, guys, you need to have a way to move in like an uchimata and lift their leg up. Because this weird thing happens when you lift a human's leg backwards. Let's watch on Matt right here. So if I grab Matt's leg and I lift it backwards, do you see what happened? His head went down. It's so weird, right? When you lift a leg backwards, humans' head go down. You can stand up right now in your living room and try to put your leg back and keep your head up. It won't freaking go. It's quite magic. So what I can do with Matt, no matter what grip I have, is I can move in and I can kick his leg back. His head goes down and now I've trapped him in the guillotine. Okay, so a snap down to a guillotine like this is really good, but you've got to learn how to do a snap down. Whereas I can do the world's worst judo throw here, and I bet his head goes down, and I bet I can grab it. Now that I've grabbed it, yes, I can finish him right from standing, but I can also hold on to his chin, pull him down forwards to the mat, and now I can spin and attack him once I'm on top. So there are the first 3. What's number 4? Well, we put our wrestling hat back on, except I'm going to try to look at Matt. So stay there, Matt. Let's look at the body. We've got a long leg. We have quite biomechanically fragile side ligaments on that knee. so I can do an inside low single. This was like my first favorite wrestling takedown because it's a way that you can take someone down 2 or 3 times your size without feeling their weight. You just can't do that in the 2 attacks that we started with tonight, okay? So when Matt's here facing me for the low inside single, we've got some videos on this, but whatever leg he's got forwards, he can pick. He's got his left leg forwards, I'm gonna start with my right leg forwards. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down, post, fold, and collect. So what I'm doing is I'm holding the end of the lever, the very end of that longest lever, and I'm putting my head inside, right on his MCL. And now as my foot drives through towards the blue toilet over here, I can even block his leg and Matt falls down, okay? So let's have a look at that one at speed. See, all of Matt's horsepower is here. That's his horsepower to shove and turn. That's his horsepower. I'm dropping below it. Okay? And I'm gonna take him down. Very safe, very easy. You're below even his knee, okay? So that's the low single. So for me, they're the top 4 ways that I would use to get someone down. If push comes to shove, pull them into your double leg, guys, okay? If 2 legs seems like too much to bite off, get a single leg. If you can't get a single leg because you can't get in, maybe he's got grips on you, start kicking his leg up in the air so his head comes down and you can grab it. You're on top already once you've got that position. And then, if all else fails, don't compete in this range. We'll drop down below it. Okay? And put them down. And there are plenty of amazing wrestlers and judoka that can show you how to do those techniques at the highest level in a way that suits your body type, your mindset, and most importantly, especially for grapplers, is what we do, you know? Yes, we wrestle in pajamas and stuff like that, or no-gi stuff too, but ultimately for a lot of us, takedowns are high injury. So takedown practice is high injury. There's a lot of techniques that I think are effective in takedowns that will injure you or your buddies. And that seems fine if you're just a competitor or a young guy and you don't think much past next week. But ultimately, to get good at jiu-jitsu, you're gonna need to spend a decade or 2 on the mats, which means you need to be on the mats for that long. So forget about getting good, you've just gotta get to class, which means you can't be injured. So those techniques that you saw there today are very relatively low injury risk, okay? There are a lot of takedowns that are not low injury risk. A lot of throws, a lot of trips, a lot of falls, body locks that are very high injury risk. For me, these are the most common, they're the most effective, and they're the most safe. There's other safe takedowns, there's other effective takedowns, there's other common takedowns, but I'm trying to get the commonality, the safety, and the effectiveness all in one, and that's what makes my top 4. Hope you guys had fun. Don't forget, practice your wrestling, practice your jiu-jitsu, practice your judo, practice your sambo, and combine all those skills to become the ultimate grappler. I'll see you guys next time. Have fun on those mats. Awesome.